Thanks so much for waking up with us this morning. I know you've been in town for a while. The big question here is, who were you cheering on yesterday?
Oh, I was cheering for the Falcons. I'm sorry.
Come on, this is K-Count 9, we're a Rams team.
We're sorry to do it to you. I mean, you know.
Okay, I guess we're going to continue on with the interview despite that. Now, you came to talk to us because of your diabetes. And when I first heard that you were diagnosed, I assumed that you were diagnosed just recently. But then I found out you were diagnosed a year after you played in the NBA?
A year after I retired. So it's been about 18 years now.
Yeah, but you were a picture of health, it seemed.
You know what? It was funny because right before I retired, I had an episode where after a game, I was sitting in a restaurant and I started sweating really badly and I started shaking. I couldn't stand up because my sugar level got too low. So I should have known then that I was going to have some problems. But you know, after about 10 minutes getting something to eat, I was fine. But a year later, I went to the doctor and he said, after some tests, he said, I got good news and bad news. Good news is you're not dying yet. I'm like, what does that mean? He said, don't get alarmed. The bad news, you're diabetic. You have to have a lifestyle change now. So ever since I found out I was a diabetic, you know, I got on a mission to really educate and really manage my diabetes through diet, exercise, and medication. That simple.
I heard you had to give up apple pie, too.
Yeah, you know. But you know what, though? Everything is in moderation. You know, you can still have some of your favorite food, but smaller portions. Yeah. And you just have to add certain things to your diet. Like, you know, I drink over a gallon of water a day. I eat a lot of vegetables and make sure you stay physically active. And
you're getting some help with this?
Yes. You know, how I help manage my diabetes, I use a device called my Dario. And basically that helps keeps a log and track of my blood sugar. Keep a log where I can just hit a button and send to my physician. And in 6 seconds, you can get a reading.
Wow.
And send it to your physician. But again, it's good that you can track it and keep a weekly log of how your sugars are doing. And my Dario is just a wonderful device that we've come out with that really helps people manage their diabetes.
But usually when someone sees a doctor and they say, oh, you've got diabetes, that person thinks, okay, I've really got to, you know, get fit, I've got to start exercising. But you were fit. I mean, you were exercising, you were in great shape, so I mean, there's a lot of misconceptions.
See, the problem is even though you're in great shape, in most cases, diabetes is hereditary. And out of 8 brothers and sisters, I'm in better shape than everybody. I'm the only one that have diabetes.
Oh, wow.
Because my father was a diabetic, my grandfather was a diabetic, both died from type 1 diabetes.
Oh, wow.
So I decided not to let diabetes do to me what it did to my father and grandfather. So I manage this the right way, and I make sure that from taking my medication to using my Dario device to keep track and keep a log. Because basically what you're doing, you're building a portfolio of your health. And so if something goes wrong, your physician knows how to treat it.
And you had the symptoms. You said, what do you tell people now that might be thinking? I mean, what are some of the symptoms they should be looking out for?
Well, going to the restroom, frequent urination is a big sign. Blurred vision, dry mouth, dry skin, and feeling off all the time. Those are signs that, you know what, I might be a diabetic. But I think the first thing people should do is get screened. Getting screened, again, helps build that portfolio of your health. So now your doctor knows how to treat it. And also, it comes down to building that relationship with your physician. That's a very important thing for people who are making lifestyle changes, is to build, because a lot of times we're scared of what we might hear when we go to the doctor because we don't like bad news.
Exactly.
So we ignore it, and all we're doing is prolonging the inevitable.
And you don't have to be 60 plus. That's the thing. I think so many people think when you get older, but you got it young.
Yeah, I mean, you have a lot of kids with diabetes. I mean, you have juvenile diabetes, then you have, you know, diabetes onset later in life, but, you know, diabetes doesn't have a name, you know, and it hits people when they're least expected, but it's a very manageable disease if you're willing to make the lifestyle changes. And that's why, for me, using my Dario and sending people to mydario.com give you other options on managing diabetes.
Okay, I got another question for you. You got 2 teams coming up.
Falcons? You talking about Falcons or Rams again?
No, I'm going to the Clippers and the Lakers now. We're switching over to basketball.
Just making sure.
Okay, because you got a couple of games coming up. You're on the road for a while, and you're going to let us have a little something on this side on the basketball
Well, we're
court?
going to try not to. But, yeah, this is a big game for us, you know, testing from a momentum standpoint. And, you know, we need to get back on track. So, you know, you got both teams are struggling right now.
Yeah.
So we're just trying to, again, continue to build and, you know, kind of get our young guys at the level of competition and maturity that they're going to need to get to that next level.
Okay.
So, yeah, we're trying to get it.
Okay, may the best team win.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And we really appreciate you being here this morning. And for more information about Dario Health, go to kcal9.com and click Seen on TV.